Hello Libra, this is Erica and I'll be doing your late ass mid-month for July 2019. This is good for your sun, moon, rising sign and anywhere that Libra is dominant or resonates in your chart. This is, remember, time is fluid, energy is fluid, so this could be happening now or it could be happening soon, coming up. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate at all, then it's not your reading. Check out your other signs, and also you can check out other readers here on YouTube. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you have already. Thank you so very much. So very much. So let's go ahead and get into this. Alright? Angels, spirit guides, divine source. What messages do you have for my Libras right now? What messages do you have for my Libras right now? One card. This is from my Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Sorry. Alright, give me one card. What messages do you want Libra to know right now? What do you want Libra to know right now at this time? 1, 2, 3. The drum. 15. Alright. So let's see. And I'll be reading from my book because I'm still learning, like I keep saying. Whoop, there we go. The drum. The drum invites you to take the drum invites you to take the next bold step into your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go. Once you jump in, that sounded so radio sounding. Collect your power tools and summon your courage because it is going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is essentially in your life. I like it. I like it. Alrighty. Alright, angels, spirit guides, and divine source. What messages do you have for my Libras right now at this time? What messages do you have for my Libras right now at this time? Oh, that was a shitty one. What advice do you have or what messages do you have for my Libras right now? What messages do you have for my Libras right now? Thank you. What messages? Alright, well, that's 2. We got Journey and the Sun. Interesting. Interesting. Good so far. One more. What messages do you have for my Libras right now? What do you want them to know? What do you want to talk about with them? That's way too many. I'm going to put these back. There's Anxiety reverse, Victory reverse, 6 chakra, and Broken Heart reverse. So you can be getting over some kind of heartbreak. But you're coming into a better phase in your life. Alright, one more card. What messages do you have for my Libras right now? What do you want to talk about with them? 1, 2, oh, I'll take these. Okay, well we have the Healer of the Ages in the reverse and the Woman Holding a Heart in the reverse. We will put that as 1 though. Alrighty. Clarify. Is one already flipped out? No, maybe I'm seeing things. Clarify Journey for me, for my Libras right now. Clarify Journey. Why is Journey here for my Libras right now? What is this journey about? I'm hearing for some of you, might be soul retrieval. If y'all know what that is. If you don't, look it up. Alright, one more. Alright, angels. Clarify Journey for me. Why is Journey here for my Libras? Nice journey here for my Libras. All right, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Here's another 8 right here. Oh, and this is another 6. Interesting. All right, and the Emperor. So, I feel like you're on a personal journey of self-development, that you're learning to let situations go, that if something doesn't work out for you, you know that there's nothing you can do about it, so to worry about it would be a freaking waste of time. So you're learning to get into an energy of sitting in your power and knowing that the best way to handle things is letting go what you can let go of, but deal with the pain of the things that you know you need to deal with. Interesting. Huh. Could have dealt with the fire sign. Could have dealt with the fire sign. But there's things that you're moving away from. Like I said, you're moving away from things that you can't control. Past hurts, past pain, past bad relationships. You know, if it ain't good for you, you know that you have to let it go. And that's something that in the past you might have had a hard time with, is letting things go. So you're dealing with an issue. I'm hearing that you're not, you're not really sure which way to go in a situation maybe. That a part of you wants to move on, but then a part of you feels like you can't let it go. And it could have to do with the person. That you feel like you can't let them go. You don't want to let them go, but your mind is like, look, it's in your best interest to get out of your head, you know, remain cool, calm, relax, make a little game plan, let these things die, let this person, you know, move on. I need to move on. But a part of you is still holding on. A part of you is resisting letting go of this person. We got the High Priestess in reverse. So there could be... You're really in a state, I think, of the reason why you're holding on is because you're not seeing the bigger picture of why this happened, why this breakup happened, or why this situation happened. You're not realizing that, you know, it was all part of the bigger picture. Yeah, so you have a lot of heartbreak going on here. You wish that you could have had the, you know, a family. You wish you could have had a life with this person, but you're still mourning over the loss of them. It's interesting because, like, when I see these Three of Cups, it reminds me of the Three of Swords. And you're mourning over the you feel like it was like a missed opportunity. You feel like you could have had a really happy life with this person. The person you could have been dealing with could have been very intuitive. But they could have found something out about you, or you could have found something out about them that made you realize, yeah, this is never going to work. I need to move on. Or they could have moved on, and you're having to deal with them leaving. And you can't let go of the thoughts of, you know, why did this have to happen the way it did? And I miss them. But, you know, sometimes in life things happen and we don't realize that it's all for the better. And sometimes it's out of our own, you know, poor choices. Not saying that you made any poor choices, but, you know, if you mess, or if you're talking to somebody that isn't emotionally available, it's like you can't get mad for a crocodile biting you when you knew it was a damn crocodile. You know? If somebody wasn't emotionally available, or if you were not emotionally available or ready for a relationship, it's inevitable that it's going to go to crap. So I feel like finally you realize that, you know, you just need to cut off communication. That's the best way to go. And I feel like you or the other person still might be watching each other. Like, even though there's no communication, you still might be watching each other. But you realize you need to move on. And you realize that you have a journey to take. You know? 8 plus 2 is 10, right? So it's like you're moving on to figure out like what really makes you happy in life. I feel like maybe for some of you, you're not even sure what makes you happy. You feel like you're stuck in this cycle of like this like constant heartache and heartbreak, and you're not sure. Like you're like, is it me? Is it people? I don't I can understand. But you're moving on to figure out like yourself. You've realized finally, you know, obviously there's a common denominator in your failed relationships, and the common denominator is you. You're in all those relationships, you know what I mean? So what advice do you have for a journey? Not saying that you're doing anything wrong or bad, but, you know, even sometimes we attract, you know, heartbreaking situations because we have a lot of unhealed wounds within ourselves that spirit is trying to get our attention, you know, to work on. What advice do you have for Libras about the journey? What advice do you have for Libras about this journey? Ooh. It's time to stop repressing the emotions of this heartache, because repressing them will actually make them worse. You know, it's like the more you resist something, the more that it like persists. The more you resist, the more it persists, right? So Spirit's wanting you to take this time out, like, you know, you're either doing or you're about to do, to take this time out to process this breakup. You know, what actions and what role did you have in this situation or in these past situations? It might be some, you know, not a recent breakup. It could be just like, you know, you're looking back at your life and you're like, Jesus Christ, why am I still single? This is stupid. So Spirit's wanting you to take a look at yourself, you know, and dive into your emotions and your self-love. And I think that once you start looking at yourself in a more positive light, that you will see the answers that you're trying to get about your own self and why relationships go the way they do for you. But you have to believe that everything is going to be okay. You have to believe that everything is going to be okay, because there is a new beginning here. There is a new start, but you have to be the one that's motivated to want this new start. You have to be the one that's motivated to be like, at whatever it takes for me to be, you know, to master my emotions, I am. And mastering emotions is not equal to repressing emotions. Actually, repressing emotions is more damaging to you than actually expressing them. And especially if you're a Libra Scorpio cusp, I will pray for you. Holy crap. Because then you are a person that is constant in battle with your head and your heart. Your Scorpio side's like, oh, I feel so deeply, and I'm hurt, and I'm this, and I'm that. Scorpio internalizes things very interestingly. But then your Libra side is like, fuck emotions. They don't make sense. They're not worth it. They don't serve me. They are stupid. Repress, repress, oppress. Logical approach, logical approach, logical approach. Spirit's wanting you to tap more into your water side, your emotions, and learn how to deal with them. And as hurt and pain comes up, you have to sit in that hurt and pain, even though it's fucking uncomfortable and it makes you unhappy and it makes you want to cut yourself off from the world. That's going to be the key to this new cycle, this new life that you're wanting to live. All right. But there's some things that you need to let go, and there's some things you need to, you know, sit down and really assess about yourself. The thing is, blaming other people for your heartaches or your mishaps in love and life or whatever is the worst thing you can do, because in reality, everybody is a reflection of ourselves. All right, so we attract people into our lives for specific reasons, because we are attracting who we are on different facets of ourselves. All right, so if we keep attracting people that treat us like shit, maybe we think we're shit. And that's why we keep attracting people, to reaffirm our low-key belief of thinking we are shit. All right? So I feel like it's going to be a time that you're really going to be learning to like work on yourself, but also learning to let go. Let go of the past pain, the past hurts, the past. And learning how to just go with the flow in life. You know? Learning to go with the flow in life. Alright, why is the sun here for Libra? Which is good. Alright, well, that decided I want to come out. 3 of Pentacles. Interesting. Let me get another card. Alright, clarify the sun for me. I feel like at work you might be doing really good. Your money situation's probably doing well. If it's not, I feel like you probably have some kind of promotion or an idea, you know, to maybe find another job or a second job that's really going to help you with your money. All right. Why is the sun here? Yep. So I feel like you're coming into a place where you're... Oh, okay. Interesting. So in both cards, you have 3 people. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything in the realm of, you know, third-party situations, but you know who you are. But anyways, ooh, got a ring in my ear. Anyways, you're coming to self-awareness, and you're coming to learn of who to give your time to and who to give your energy to. And you're learning that not everybody deserves your time and energy. But as you let go of, you know, control issues, let go of staying in your head so much, and let go of trying to control every freaking thing, you're going to learn, you're going to become in a more balanced place. You're going to be more balanced in who you are. You're going to be more balanced in your life. You're going to be more balanced in who you spend your time with, what friends you have. You might be deciding that, you know, some friends are no longer good for you because they kind of throw you off your balance, or they give really shitty advice. But you're trying to come into a place of balance with yourself. You're trying to ground yourself. You're trying to... I said balance. But also, like I said, yeah, your money situation, if it's getting better or it's good right now. Clarify, sun. So then we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like... Oh. Oops. You might, sorry about my head, you might come to the realization about that you actually have a fear of commitment. The sun illuminates, right? It makes everything hidden come to light. So that's another thing, is that you might find out a lot of things about yourself in this little journey that you're taking about self-discovery. You might figure out that, oh my God, I kind of have a commitment issue. Even though I might be with somebody, I always still have somebody on the side. And that's not for all of you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? So some of you might realize why you always have a side person, or why you always feel like you have a backup. That's not it. You're just realizing why you might have commitment issues. And the thing is, you might like low-key have commitment issues. On the outside, you might be like, oh, I'm ready to date. I'm on these dating apps. I'm looking good. I'm going out. Woo, woo, woo. But if you really look at it inside, you're still holding on to the pain and hurt from the past. And you are so scared that the history is going to repeat itself. And the next person that comes along that you, okay, I'm hearing overly defensive. You might be overly guarded or overly defensive because the person in the past or people in the past have wronged you or treated you bad. And so even though physically you're putting yourself out there, deep down you are scared. And so that deep down emotion is what's repelling any good relationships coming to you. And so you're going to have to let that belief fall. You're going to have to go back to your past. You know, like I said over here, you're going to be working on issues. You're going to go back to your past and kind of realize, like, oh my God, my my beliefs about love and relationships aren't really healthy. And it could happen that some situation could happen, as in you could be watching you could be watching something, or you could be hearing in conversation, or you can meet a person that's going to trigger your issues. And you're going to realize, oh shit, that's why I've been repelling, relationships. I never realized I had abandonment issues. I never realized I can't handle rejection. I never realized that if somebody doesn't want me, like, it messes with me hard. I never realized I had self-esteem issues. I thought I was all good, There's going to be some shakeup that happens about your core beliefs that's going to just it's going to hit you like a lightning bolt. It's going to hit you right in the ass. And the thing is, though, it's good because it's going to wake you up to why you are the way you are and why the life has been going the way it has been going. Again, really? I think it was over here. Was it? I don't remember. Yeah, but it's about heartache. It's about heartbreak. It's about stuff that you've been holding on to. I'm hearing this is like old energy. Again, I'm hoping it has nothing to do with third party. But you know your life. Okay? All right. But, it has to do with heartache and heartbreak from the past. You are holding on to pain from the past, and because of that, it's like you can't ever see the silver lining to things. You never can see the bright side to life because everything is colored through that experience. So even though you are wanting to move on, you're wanting to have people, or you're wanting to be in a deeper commitment with the person you are in with, there's a deep-seated belief about how, that every relationship's going to end bad. So it's like you're almost waiting for shit to go bad. I said Spirit wants to illuminate, these issues so it can release you of that baggage and those burdens that are weighing you down. Those burdens that are weighing you down is what's keeping you from moving forward in life. It's keeping you from, being the boss, I'm hearing, that you are. You have to get to a place of confidence and self-assuredness, and I think that will come after you do some healing and you realize some answers about yourself, You might be going to tarot readers, you might be going to psychics, or shit, you can even be going to psychologists, trying to learn about yourself and trying to get into that energy of being very self-confident and self-assured and knowing that what is for you is what's for you and nobody can take what is for you. Okay? What have y'all been doing? Oh my goodness. Y'all's love reading for this past month was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm hearing if somebody's cheating, it's going to come to light. I'll let you know that right now. So if you have been cheating, are cheating, it's going to come to light. And that was what caused the tower moment. And it will put you alone, just like you were afraid to be alone. But you always kept people on the side because you were afraid to be alone. But it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're afraid to be alone. Therefore, I'm going to cheat so I'm not alone. But then my partner's going to find out that I'm cheating. And so then I'm going to end up being alone anyways. If that's not the case, let's hope it's not. Hopefully you're not in that group of that reading. Dear Lord Jesus Christ. I'm hearing, be very careful of your actions. All right? And like I said, take what resonates, leave the rest. I don't know your life, but be very careful of your actions because if you are trying to sneak around, it's going to come to light. Especially if you have very intuitive people around you, ooh, you better be careful. And if somebody I'm hearing is somebody is doing this to you, you're going to find out. You're going to find out and you're going to take your shit and you're gone because you don't have time for that. You'd rather be alone than in miserable company or somebody that can't see your worth or value. Amen. Yep. You're going to learn how to move on through painful situations without focusing on the loss of it. Because you're going to realize everything happens for a reason. If you decide to cheat on me, whatever, that means there's somebody else out there that's a million times better than you. And guess what? This man actually cooks. This woman actually cleans. This dude actually takes me out. This woman actually freaking buys me gifts. Like, you're going to realize that it's all for the better. And if this happens to you, if you're the one caught doing stuff, try to see it for what it is. You know, you might have been unhappy with the person that you are currently with, or that you were with in the past, or you're going to be with, whatever timeline you're on. You're going to realize, you know what, I wasn't happy anyways. So it sucks, but at the same time, like, it is what it is. I didn't really want to be with them, I guess, anyway. So why even be sad about this? Because, it's better in the long run. Okay. Let's get some advice. What advice do you have for Libra about the sun? What advice do you have for Libra about the sun? Sorry. I just keep going until it feels right. Alright. So. Again, I feel like a lot of your answers are going to come from the past. And until you figure out this stuff from the past... Oh, man. Like, mine fell out. Hold on. Lord Jesus. I'm going to put these back, but I'm going to show you. Ace of Swords reverse, 10 of Pentacles reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Devil in reverse. Right now is not the time to be thinking... Ugh. You need to put on the brakes right now. And figure out, what do you really want in life and where do you really want to go? And if there are toxic people that are in your current circle, or if there's toxic people that come back, because Mercury retrograde will bring back exes from the fucking grave, block them. Don't give them the time of day, because when you start giving the time of day, you plant that seed and then it might blow up into something you don't want to. Now, we do have a lot of threes. Threes, to me, is also with your Ascended Masters. Like, Spirit's really trying to be around you, and they're trying to work with you and trying to get you to see life in a different way. But also, again, like, I feel like there's some self-awareness that needs to be brought to the forefront. Like, you need to go back into the past and figure out some things about you. There's some things that need to be healed, and there's some, I'm hearing there's also some, you might need to make amends with some people that you might have wronged. Because until you can own up to your own actions, your own behaviors, your own insecurities that have made you do certain things in life, until you can do that, there's not going to be a real chance at happiness. And also, please don't be involved in other people in relationships, or don't be dating 19 people at one time, because soul ties are real, first of all. Google it. And second of all, that's not fair to other people. And you're going to fucking incur bad karma too as well. So just don't do it. You know, if it doesn't make you happy, leave it alone. Don't try to pick it like, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I feel like self-reflection and self-awareness is needed right now. And then you will see the light of your situation and why you struggle in life. And you always feel like you're always going against the current. Because you're fighting your own damn self. That's the sad part. You don't even have real enemies. You are literally fighting your damn self. And things that are happening to you, or feel like are happening to you, is a reflection of you being your own worst enemy. Good God. That's deep. Libra, y'all are having a tough ass month. But you know what? The good thing is things have to get shitty before they can get better. You know, the storm has to come before the rainbow can appear. Yeah? So, just look at it as, that's a purging time. It is purging time, which I might label, if I remember the video, purging time. Alright, so why is the Healer of the Ages in reverse and Woman Holding the Heart here in the reverse? So So for some of you, it might be that, you have really felt like your heart was broken over a feminine energy. Could be a female or, somebody that carries more feminine energy. Or that, just made you really feel cared and nurtured for. For some of you. All right, one more shuffle. Why is Healer of the Ages and Woman Holding a Heart here in the reverse? Thank you. Ugh. Why is Healer of the Ages and Woman Holding a Heart here in the reverse? Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles, meaning that something happened that just made you feel like you were left out, like somebody shut you out. You felt like somebody was your home. Like you felt so comfortable with somebody that you felt like you were at home with this person. And when things ended, like it freaking devastated you. And it could be somebody that has earth in their chart, or they just have earthy, they had earthy quality about them. Like she could have been, or he could have been very comforting, very nurturing, like very stable, like emotionally grounded. But it wasn't a give and take relationship, or it wasn't a give and, Jesus Christ, it wasn't a give and take situation. I'll just put that right there. Yeah, so it wasn't a give and take situation with this person. Like I said, it could be a female or somebody with more feminine energy. It wasn't a give and take. And it could have been on your part, could have been on the other person's part. You know what happened. Okay? So because of this happening, like you just felt like you just lost everything. Like you felt like you were in the dark. Like you kind of maybe started losing a little bit touch of reality because you loved this person so much. But the thing is that you have to realize that this is all happened for a reason. This all happened for a reason. All right? And at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is that you have to learn to let things go. Not everything is going to work out in life. Not everything is going to be perfect the way that you wanted. But it was a lesson in also having some things about you die. But you were resistant to this change. You didn't know how to... I'm hearing properly love. And the thing is, you might have loved too much. You might have loved too little. I don't know. Know your life. But it was meant to show you some things about yourself. And unfortunately, it had to happen in such a dramatic way in order for you to finally see the truth about things and for you to finally let things go. And to let things go about the past and let things go about yourself. Yeah, you were resistant to these changes, and that's why it put you in such an unhappy place when this person left, or you left this person. Because you really thought that they could have been the one. You really thought this person could have been the one. But them leaving you felt like you lost like any chance at wish fulfillment. It fucked you up. But you gotta know, ooh, that sucks. I mean, this is good, but what I just heard sucks. You gotta know that you accidentally manifested it. And there could have been lessons that you have needed to learn for years. And it could be just about, like I said, maybe you needed to learn to emotionally open up. And it's a lesson that you've been having to learn for years. People could have constantly told you, hey, you are so emotionally cold to me. I don't get it. Hey, you are so emotionally shut down. Like, do you have emotions? And so then you finally met somebody that your heart felt alive for. And it ended. For whatever reason. You're their fault. Whatever. It takes two to tango. You might have accidentally... That's why it happened, is because you failed to learn those lessons about opening up and being emotionally available for other people. And so that's why it had to happen. But also, because of going through this, it's going to make room for you to make a better life for yourself. Again, the tower will fall, but only to build a better foundation. Death comes before a new birth, right? So that's good that at the end of the day, even though you went through all this shit, you're going to learn to get into the flow and the ebb of the universe. And when you realize that, you know, things happen for a reason, there's also cycles that you have to go through. Things are being completed. 10. And you have 2 10s. Things are being completed now. Lessons are being learned now. You're doing your inner work. You're doing what you need to do. You're using all your resources to get to the next level in your life. And you're going after your happiness. Because at the end of the day, you realize to focus on what wasn't is a waste of your damn time. It's a waste of time. Why are you going to think, like, it's like worrying, sitting up at night worrying about freaking when is the next asteroid going to hit Earth? Completely pointless, because it's going to happen when it wants to happen. And by you thinking about it is not going to change the circumstance whatsoever. So you are really just torturing yourself for no reason. Oh, advice. Well, I'll pull these and then do advice. So the thing is, though, you're getting to the place of where you're like, all right, I need to start over. I'm going to make my, you know, happiness happen. I'm not sure, but I have to, because staying in this, you know, low vibration energy place and thinking about how things went wrong, it's only making things worse for me. You know, it's either I get my life together and be happy, or I freaking give up. Don't give up. Okay? Because nothing is permanent. Anything can change. You can win the lottery tomorrow. Anything can change. But you got to put in the action. If you want to win the lottery, you got to play. You got to risk it, you know? Alrighty. What advice do you have for my Libras concerning Healer of the Ages and Woman Holding Heart in Reverse? What advice do you have for my Libras concerning Healer of the Ages and Woman Holding a Heart in Reverse? One more. What advice do you have for my Libras concerning Healer of the Ages in Reverse and Woman Holding a Heart in Reverse? What advice do you have for my Libras concerning this situation? So balance out what is important in your life. Is money more important? Is love more important? And make sure that's really what you want, because the universe will test your ass. If money is more important, it will put you in a situation where you have to choose between love or money. If love is more important, again, it will put you in a situation where you have to choose between love or money. Why does that? Fuck if I know. Alright, but the thing is, there's going to be, you're moving forward, you're progressing. There is forward movement here. There's forward action here. You have love coming in, and I feel like you're moving to a better place where it's not going to be so toxic. Because obviously, as you work on yourself, you're bringing in better, healthier people, because you attract who you are, right? So make sure also that if somebody comes back from the past because it's Mercury retrograde, just leave them alone. Leave them alone, because more than likely they're still who they were when you talked to them last time. They're probably still very hot-tempered, very attention-seeking, very just out of their element, all right? But by leaving them alone, you'll feel a lot better. You'll get out of your head. You have 2 8s right here, all right? So, and there's an 8 here again. Remember, you manifest things. You are always manifesting. And if you're in a negative place in your life or in your mind, you're going to manifest more negative things and situations. If you are positive, you will manifest more positive. Now, I was going to say that I don't know why it seems like it takes a shorter time to manifest negative things than positive, but then I just heard It's because we are resistant to good things happening to us. Fucking deep. We always expect bad things to happen to us. New relationship, we expect it to fail. We expect people to cheat on us. We expect people to leave us. We expect shit to go downhill. But we need to reprogram our brain and expect good things. We expect people to respect us. We expect people to be loyal and honest to us. We expect relationships to work out for our highest good. We expect the good. When you start expecting the good, that's when good things will manifest easier. God dang, I just learned myself something today. Anyways. Yeah, but that's your advice. Prioritize, try to balance your head and heart. Don't go one way or the other. Try to balance, time for love and time for money. And love doesn't mean that it has to just deal with, romantic wise. It could be with your children. It could be with your family. It could be with your friends. Because the love of other people will help balance this out as well. So if you're going through a rough time, maybe spend some more time with your family or spend time with people that make you feel good. But also make sure you spend time with yourself and loving on yourself, because that's very important as well. Leave those third-party situations in the past, just saying, if that's you. But if not, leave that toxic codependent behavior in the past, because you know that you can be happy on your own. And if you don't know that yet, that's something to work on. All right? Last but not least, any additional messages or advice? Any additional messages or advice for my Libras at this time? Angels, do you have any additional messages or advice for my Libras at this time? Angels, give me 3 cards. Any additional messages or advice for my Libras at this time? 2 more. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Karmic relationship. Spring. Compromise on things. Yes. And stalking. Alright, I think I might have said earlier that the person you were dealing with, either you or them, maybe I didn't, but you or them are still looking at each other. But you could have a relationship coming in the springtime. And a karmic relationship isn't always bad, but it just depends what you've been putting out into the universe. If you've been treating people right, and if you've been doing your inner work, and if you've been loving on yourself, then you'll have good karma. Right? You reap what you sow. You put a seed in the ground, it's going to bloom, right? Put good seeds in the ground, you get a good harvest. Put bad seeds in the ground, you're going to get shit, right? So, doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Actually, it looks like it'll be good. You might meet somebody in the spring, but you got to make sure you can compromise on things. Don't be so hard-headed and stubborn about stuff. If they want to sleep on the left side of the bed and you like to sleep on the left side, maybe y'all can rock, paper, scissors for the shit. At the end of the day, is that really that important? Don't nitpick. I know sometimes people have an issue about doing that, but it's a form of, it's a defense mechanism. They nitpick of, holy shit, she eats too loud. I can't be with her. Got to break up with her tomorrow. I used to do that. Oh my God, I used to be so bad about that. I still do it. But what it is actually you're guarded and you are looking low-key for any reason to leave that person, because I'd rather leave you before you leave me. It's a whole shitty game. But how the fuck can you find love if you're always on guard and you're trying to leave everybody? Yeah? Which might be some of the lesson that you're trying to learn right now. But yeah, just keep doing your work. And so it seems like there might be a good relationship on the horizon in the spring, Just be careful. Well, you don't have to be careful, I guess, if you're not putting sensitive information out there. But there are people that are looking at your social media or inquiring about you, maybe to friends, trying to see what you're up to, and do you still love them? Just do you. Just do you. All right, Libra, that is your mid-July reading. I hope it resonates. If it doesn't, take what resonates, leave the rest. If nothing resonates, it wasn't your reading. Obviously, not every person's going to go through the same shit at the same time. This is for the people who needed to hear it at this point in time. All right. So check out your other signs, and also you could check out other readers here on YouTube. At the end of the day, love and light. See you fantastic, sexy people later.